Hello everybody, today is Wednesday, April 24th, and it's a beautiful day outside, but I'm going to spend most of it inside, which is sad. I'm going to write that paper that I have to do. I'm going to finish it today, so that I'm done all of my assignments, which is insane. But then, as soon as I am done that, I am going to dive in to Blood Witch by Susan Dennard, which is going to be my next read for the O.W.L.s Read-A-Thon. I am using this as a book with red on the cover, so it is my Transfiguration exam, and I'm really excited about it. I love the Witchland series. I started it in 2016 and I just fell in love. I read Sight Witch last year, or back in December I should say. It's not been a year. And I really enjoyed it. It really helped to refresh my mind and get me back into the story and the world, so I am so ready to go into this. This is one of my most anticipated books of this year, and I'm so pumped, but I will let you know how I get on. I'm about to go run some errands before I start on my essay, get myself some tea, and get ready to go. So I'll talk to you later. Good morning everyone. Today is Thursday, April 25th. I just got up and I'm ready to go for the book fair that I'm going to this morning. I'll try and show you guys around because the place is insane. The amount of books that are here are crazy. But yeah, hopefully I'll have a good haul for you when I'm done. Also, I forgot to mention, I did a thing and I bought a new car. It's my kind of graduation present to myself. Isn't it cute? Hey guys, I'm home. Just got back from the book sale and oh my god, I was so successful. I got 22 books for $34. Here, I'll show you my box that they gave me. That box and that bag are full and I have nowhere to put them. So that's fun. I'm about to sit down and film a haul from the book sale, but here's a little preview for you guys. This haul will already be up by the time this vlog goes up, but look at all the books that I got. So these are some historical fiction, some Philippa Gregory's that I love. These two up top are just other, basically. I got 3 sets of Agatha Christie. These two, the top and the bottom ones, are sets as well with multiple books in them, so that's nice. I got a ton of Kathy Reichs. Me and my cousin are obsessed with the Bones TV show, and these are the books that it's based off of. I always get a ton at this book sale. And then I got a Dan Brown and a Dennis Lehane thrillers up there as well. And then I've got some classics and historical fiction. So I've got an entire set of Geoffrey Chaucer, a set of Sherlock Holmes, a couple of classics, and then a nonfiction Life in the Middle Ages book as well. Quite happy with this. 22 books, technically. Well, the Agatha Christie's are multiple books for less than $40. I'm quite impressed. Hello everybody, today is Friday, April 26th, I believe. I worked this morning, so I was kind of exhausted. Came home and I had a 4-hour nap at noon, so I lost out on some valuable reading time. Anyway, I am just about halfway through Blood Witch by Susan Dennard right now, which is my read for Transfiguration, book with red on the cover. It's very loud because my mother has friends over. Anyway, but I am settling in to read. I've got some water, I've got some Perrier, and I'm ready to go. I work again really early in the morning, but not nearly as early as today, so I'm considering that a win, and I'm sleeping in, but sleeping until 5. But then, the way I worked it out is over here, I got my stack of books. I have 5 books left, including this, and 5 days left of the Readathon, including today. So I need to read a book a day to be able to complete all my owls, and I think I can do it. I work tomorrow. I work Sunday. Both those mornings I can use to complete my essay, my last essay for school, easily, if not just tomorrow. So I can spend all of my spare time reading, and I can complete the rest of these books, for sure. After Sunday, the rest of April, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm completely free. So I already have videos filmed and ready to go for next week. I am that prepared. I'm ready to go. I can do this. I'm confident. I've finished this. It's already like 10 o'clock at night, so I mean, I'm going to be up late tonight finishing this, but I will get it done. And then I think I'm going to move on to Seafire, because I think it's the shortest of the rest of the books on my TBR. And tomorrow is the day I have the least amount of time, because tomorrow I'm seeing Endgame. I'm so excited. I've managed to avoid spoilers, like, already. I'm so proud of that already. And I have no real chance to get any spoilers tomorrow because I work. And then I'm going straight over to Tyler's. We're going to watch Infinity War. And I'm hopefully going to be able to read a book as well. Who knows if that's going to happen, but I'm going to try my darndest. Either way, I'm picking the shortest book on the TBR. If it's not Seafire, it's probably Star Touched Queen. And I will finish it. I'm determined to complete this readathon because I have been failing at readathons lately. Anyway, that is my quick update. I'm wearing my Mind the Gap shirt that I got from London because I've been reminiscing on Facebook memories and Snapchat memories and Instagram memories have been showing me all the times with my cousin this time last year when she came to visit, so I'm in Europe mode. And this is the only piece of clothing besides my University of Birmingham sweater that I have, and Colleen and I only ever spent time in London out of those 2 pieces of clothing, really, so mind the gap. Anyway, I'm delirious. I'm so tired. Anyway, that's my update. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hi guys. So, I just got back. Oh, it's Saturday night, April 27th. I just got back from seeing Avengers. And it was fantastic. Like, I cried so much, but it was so good. Had a great time. It was a great ending to an era, I have to say. I was very impressed. I'm wearing my Marvel sweater, so I'm very on brand. But last night, I ended up staying up until 1 in the morning, finishing Blood Witch. And I adored it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I've finally completed my 3rd owl, which was Transfiguration, because the book had red on the cover. So, very happy with this. It was a great addition to the Witchlands. I loved seeing Aoden's point of view. I loved revisiting these characters, and I especially loved, like, the incorporation of the prequel Sight Witch. I'd say if you haven't read Sight Witch and you want to continue with the series, just take the time and read it, because I really think you benefit from having the information from that going into this book. You don't necessarily need it, but I think it's very added, or very much an added bonus, so I'd highly recommend that. But yeah, give it 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. I also began today reading the Star Touched Queen. I don't know if you can see that. Star Touched Queen by Roshan Chokshi. I'm about 48 pages in. It's a really quick read, so hopefully I'll be able to finish it and another book tomorrow if I'm going to stay on track. And so far I'm really liking it. It's reminding me of Darken, but with a bit more magic and like spiritual demon type energy, I guess. Anyway, it tells the story of Maya, who has a horoscope that follows her around that basically means she's a bad luck charm and that death is going to follow her. And in order to make a political alliance, I guess she's set to be married off to another kingdom and she becomes queen. And then antics ensue, I guess. That's as much as I know about it, but it's giving me Darken vibes, and I just finished that recently, so maybe it's just in my head. But I'm really enjoying it so far. So far so good. It's been on a good streak with this readathon. It's been going well, but anyway, I need to go to bed because I have to get up early again tomorrow for work. And then I'm free until the end of the month to finish my 4 books that I have left. I think I can do it. Again, 4 more books in the next 3 days, but the last 2 days of the month I have completely free, so I should be able to get a lot of reading done in those 2 days. Because I don't have any assignments, I don't have anything else to do, and it's gonna be great. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys this update. Let you know that if you're a Marvel fan and you haven't seen Avengers, go do it. It's phenomenal. I cried so much, but I enjoyed myself so much. Top tip, I did this today. Take a nap before you go see it, because when you wake up you're gonna really have to pee, and then you don't have to worry about it during the movie. Fun fact. Anyway, because the movie's 3 hours long. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hello everybody, today is Sunday, April 28th, and it's a bit later on. I worked this morning, took a nap, I've just been reading all afternoon. But I wanted to give you guys an update. I started another book today. I haven't finished the Star Touch Queen yet. I'm about to go do that now in the bath, but I switched up my TBR again. For Herbology, I am not going to be reading Seafarer anymore because I wanted to start a book at work this morning, and so I had to find an audio or an ebook that I could read that also fit the criteria. And I'm so happy I did, because I just finished this and it was incredible. I read Descendant of the Crane by Joan He. Holy hell, you guys, this book's insane. I just flew through it. I just finished it now and I'm still reeling. I loved it so much. For my history minor in my degree, the era that I mostly studied was ancient Asian history. The one professor at my school, that's her specialty, is ancient Chinese and Korean history, and I just took every class that she taught because I loved it so much. She helped me get into my master's program. Like, she's one of my best professors ever. This book just had all the elements of ancient Asian history that I love so much. All the references, all the teeny little details that I recognized from my history classes just made me love this even more. I loved the intricacy of the politics in this. I loved the plot twist, like holy hell. And then I think that epilogue was just perfect. I think if you guys if you want something new, if you want a new Asian-inspired fantasy, I would highly recommend this. It was incredible. I love the main character. I love how flawed she was. I love how she wasn't perfect, but she was just determined and emotional and able to defend herself and take care of herself, and I loved that. I loved her relationship with her dad, how fraught it was, but how important to her it was. I loved all of it. I loved all of it. I think Akira was my favorite character just because I'm a sucker for tragic backstories and seemingly unsavory characters. Loved him. But overall, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy I read this. I'm so happy I pre-ordered it. I'm so happy it lived up to my expectations as one of my most anticipated books of this year. And yeah, anyway, it fits because it's got flowers on the cover, so it works for Herbology. But I'm obsessed. I loved it so much. So much. Anyway, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars easily. If I could give it more, I would. But I'm so happy I decided to read this today. You have no idea. Anyway, I've now completed 4 of my required owls. I'm about to go finish the 5th one because I'm going to finish a Star Touch Queen in the bath tonight. And then I just have Deathcaster and Reflection to read in the next 2 days, which I think is easily doable because I have nothing else to do. I finished my last essay of my undergrad, which is insane. Did that this morning, and it's just, this last week has just been going so well. I'm so happy with how this progress has been going. I'm happy with the books that I've been reading. They've all been incredible. And yeah, I can't get over it. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go have a bath and relax and enjoy my Sunday night. But I will give you guys an update later. Bye-bye. Hi guys, today is Monday, April 29th, and I finished another 2 books yesterday. I managed to finish Descendant of the Crane, and you guys heard me talk about it last night, and I loved it. But then I also finished, where is it? A Star Touch Queen by Roshni Chokshi. I enjoyed this book quite a bit, but it wasn't quite up to my expectations. I think I shouldn't have read it right after Descent of the Crane because I had such like high hopes after that. I ended up giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed the story and I enjoyed the ideas, but I think it should have been longer. I didn't get as much development of the characters. I didn't get as much development of the relationship. It felt very like sudden and everything happened very quickly. I would have wished for more exploration about like the other characters besides the main two characters, Maya and Mar. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. I'm interested to see what they did for the sequel, and I'll probably end up picking that up sometime soon, but either way, I'm done. That is my astronomy owl and my herbology owls done. So I only have 2 left, which is pretty exciting, because I finished Ancient Runes, History of Magic, Herbology, Astronomy, and Transfiguration. That took me a minute. The last 2 that I have are Potions and Defense Against the Dark Arts. So I'm going to be starting Potions next, because this is the one that's been probably the most anticipated of all the books that I put on my TBR. Deathcaster by Cinda Williams-Chima. Now, this is a brick. It's almost 700 pages, but I will finish it before tomorrow. It's between this and Reflection by Liz Braswell, I think? No, Elizabeth Lim. And I'm interested in doing Reflection, but I just read 2 Asian-inspired fantasies in a row, and I know that that's a retelling of Mulan, so it's going to be the same thing, and I don't want to risk me not enjoying it as much because I just read 2 of the same thing, so I'm going to switch it up a little bit and go for Deathcaster, because I've been wanting to read this for so long. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm about to go run some errands with my mom. We're going to go to a like plant nursery, so I might get some clips of that for you guys, but yeah. Oh, I also got a package today. I forgot to mention. Let me move over to my TBR. Okay, so I pre-ordered this back when I pre-ordered Descent of the Crane, and a couple more books that are coming out soon. This book doesn't come out till May 17th, so I don't know why I have it already, but I pre-ordered Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly, and it arrived today. So this is like a darker retelling of Cinderella, but it's from the perspective of one of the stepsisters that cut off her toes to try and make the shoe fit her shoe, from the one of the older, not original, but one of the darker versions of the tale. So I'm pumped. I don't know too much about it besides that, but I mean the cover's gorgeous. Look at it. It's so pretty. And I love a good fairy tale retelling, so I'm pumped. I'll read it probably sometime soon, but yay.
Doing?
Oh, we're going to see the Avengers because I hate myself.
Apparently. This is the second time?
Second time.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry just as hard, but hopefully I'll be able to see through the tears better to watch the end scene.
We'll grab more napkins.
Better. Yeah. We didn't grab any last time. I had no tissues.
You suffered.
It was really sad. My sweater was very salty by the end of it.
No worries. Second time through.
Second time's a charm. What? Hi guys. So today is Wednesday, May 1st, and it's the end of the Readathon. The Owls finished up yesterday, and I am happy to say that I ended up getting and exceeds expectations in my Owls. I completed 6 books. I did not finish all of the challenges, technically. I'm going to cheat and say that I did, because one of my books counted for 2. I know you're not supposed to do that for this one, but I don't care. I'm so proud that I managed to read 6 books in this past week, basically. I did all of them in less than like 10 days or so, which I'm really happy about considering how busy this week has been, or this whole month has been, and how much I've managed to get done. I'm quite happy with, but I wanted to give you guys a final little wrap up of what I read this month, and the ratings. The first book that I completed and the first owl that I completed for this month was a History of Magic, which the prompt was to read a book that was published more than 10 years ago, and for that I finished The Penelopiad by Margaret Atwood. This was a retelling of the Odyssey from Penelope's point of view, and I absolutely adored it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Literally the only thing that I wish was that it was longer. I changed up my TBR for 2 books in this readathon just so that I'd have a chance to finish, and there were also books that I really wanted to read. so I'm okay with that, but I really enjoyed this one. The next book that I completed and the next OWL that I completed was Ancient Runes, which was to read a retelling, and for that I read Uprooted by Naomi Novik. So this is like a loose Beauty and the Beast retelling set in like a Russian, Polish inspired world, and it was incredible. I adored it. It took a little while for me to get into it, but once I did, I really enjoyed it, and I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 stars. Next up, the next book that I read and OWL that I completed was for Transfiguration, which was to read a book with either sprayed edges or red on the cover, and for that I completed Blood Witch by Susan Dennard. Blood Witch is one of my most anticipated books of this year, and it highly lived up to it. I adored this book so much. I just flew through it. It is the third, technically, book in the Witchland series, so it technically is a sequel, which means it could count for potions, which is the only one I didn't do, so I'm gonna cheat and say that I did it. Anyway, it is the third book in the Witchland series. Technically, there was also Sight Witch, but Sight Witch was a prequel novella, so it's not like chronologically third. But it follows all the same characters as things get more and more intense, and I just absolutely adored it. It was fantastic. I think this is my favorite one so far in all the books. It was just incredible. It was lovely seeing all these characters again, seeing the way this magic works, and finally getting some answers. I'm really happy with it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed and OWL that I completed for the readathon was the herbology exam, which was to read a book with a plant on the cover, and I read Descendant of the Crane by Joan He. I just decided randomly to pick this up at work because I found the ebook through my library. I had this at home already. I pre-ordered this. It was another one of my most anticipated reads, but I wanted to do something at work, and so I picked this up, and I adored it. It exceeded all of my expectations. It had so many little hints and nods to ancient Asian history, which was my specialty for my history minor, and like most of the history classes I took this year or for my degree were ancient Asian history, so I loved all that. And then the way that the magic worked and the entire political plot just completely enraptured me, and I'm so excited to read the next one, if there is a next one. I hope. I really am anticipating. Loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed and OWL that I completed was for astronomy, and that was to read a book with star in the title, and I read A Star-Touched Queen by Roshni Chokshi. Again, I liked this book a lot. I didn't like it as much as the rest of the ones that I read this month, purely because I think it needed a little bit more exploration of the characters and a little bit more development of the relationships between the characters. I felt like it was all very sudden and very unexplained. But I did enjoy it quite a bit. I enjoyed the world. I enjoyed what Roshni did with the magic and the system or the setting that she chose for this. I thought it was really interesting. Overall, I really did enjoy it though, and I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And lastly, the last OWL that I completed and book that I read was for Defense Against the Dark Arts, and that was, the prompt was Reducto, read a book with R in the title, or the first word starting with R. And so I read Reflection by Elizabeth Lim. This is a twisted tale, so it is part of the Disney series where they're taking a bunch of the old Disney movies and kind of twisting them a little bit. I've read one of these already. I read the Beauty and the Beast one that was as old as time, and it was one of my, the best books I read last year. It was incredible. This one, the little prompt is, what if Mulan had to travel to the underworld? And it tells the story of at the Battle of the Huns in the Mulan movie, Shang actually dies in this version, and Mulan has to go down into the underworld to save him, basically. But I loved this book. I thought it was an incredible take on the story. I really enjoyed the writing. I enjoyed the relationship explored between Mulan and Shang, and I just really liked it. I thought Mulan was badass, as always. She's one of my favorite movies growing up, so I really enjoyed this, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed all these vlogs for this readathon. I had such a good time, and I'm so looking forward to the Newts now in August. I'll be doing the exact same thing. My career that I'm going for is a history professor, or Hogwarts professor, and since I cheated, I'm gonna keep going. I don't even care. This reminded me of the bookmarked episode recently about readathons, where the girls were talking about rules and stuff like that, and I have to agree with Haley. I think that if you're the rules are infringing on your enjoyment of the readathon, bend them. I am a big I'm adamantly for that. I had so much fun with this. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel and helps to grow this little community that we've got. In the comments below, let me know if you read any of these books or how your progress with the readathon went. I hope if you guys participated, you guys did as well as I did, or had as much fun as I did. If you're new here, please subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Friday, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye bye.